Before this video ends, I would like to present you with a bonus theory that I do not believe has enough substance to justify its own video, with it also being one of the franchise's longest running mysteries, who killed the phone guy. To quickly summarize the subject of this theory, the phone call on night 4 of the original Five Nights at Freddy's reveals that, on his 4th night, phone guy was targeted by all of the animatronics at once, with all of their distinct sounds heard in the background. The call ends with the low-pitched attack scream of Golden Freddy, and it is suggested that phone guy was ultimately killed.
Oh, hey, wow, day 4, I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm going to try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
Although Phone Guy's fate is never explicitly revealed, his disappearance from the story, coupled with the next night's phone call seemingly being from the animatronics, certainly seems to suggest that he did indeed meet his demise on that night. Around the era of the first 2 games, a popular topic of debate among fans was which animatronic was responsible for the phone guy's death. Thankfully, this theory should not take anywhere near as long to cover as the Bite of A87, so let's get into my analysis. Based upon the sounds heard in the background, it becomes clear that the murder of Phone Guy was a group effort by the animatronics. The sounds that can be heard during the call are Foxy banging on the door, breathing that belongs to either Bonnie or Chica, Freddy's music box, and Golden Freddy's kill scream. While this suggests that each animatronic played a part in the phone guy's death, some of these sounds can be used to disqualify certain animatronics, based upon the circumstances in which they can usually be heard. First of all, since Foxy can be heard banging on one of the doors, this suggests that, at that time, Phone Guy's left door was shut. Since Foxy is known to only enter the office through the left door, this nullifies the possibility of him being the culprit. Unfortunately, this also results in the disqualification of Bonnie as well, since he too only enters through the left door. While Golden Freddy's ending scream may make him a highly likely candidate, I unfortunately have to readdress his supernatural nature. From my understanding, Golden Freddy seems to be a ghost-like entity that occasionally switches between tangible and intangible states, as suggested by his withered incarnation in the second game. Since losing to him in the first game triggers a game crash, I believe that Golden Freddy may be more intangible in the first game and be unable to interact with physical objects. I know that a lot of people may disagree with my attempted reasoning, but to be honest, I struggle to even understand Golden Freddy's nature in the first place, so it is somewhat possible that he may have been the culprit, but just to be safe, I am unfortunately going to have to rule out Golden Freddy for now. And that just leaves us with Freddy and Chica as potential candidates for Phone Guy's killer. The main piece of evidence for Chica is the breathing that can only be heard when either she or Bonnie gets into the office and can be heard at the tail end of the phone call. While this breathing is a characteristic that she shares with Bonnie, since Bonnie has already been disqualified, this seems to imply that Chica was able to infiltrate the phone guy's office. As for Freddy, the main piece of evidence for him is the sound of his music box tune, the Toreador March. However, while this music is convincing evidence, we will also need to take into consideration the circumstances in which this normally happens. As shown by the first game's events, Freddy only plays his music box when he is either at the left doorway when the power has run out or in the kitchen when the power is still available. Due to the aforementioned sound of Foxy banging on the closed left door, it can be safe to assume that Phone Guy still had available power when the animatronics came to attack him. As a result, it becomes impossible for Freddy to have attacked from the left, not only because the door was closed, but also because the pizzeria still had power, and he does not play his music box when approaching from the right doorway. All of this seems to suggest that Freddy may have actually been in the kitchen at the moment of Phone Guy's death, since it is the only room in which he plays his music box when the power is still on. As anticlimactic as this may be, this leaves Chica as the most plausible culprit for me. I believe this because her default entranceway was evidently still open. The impossibility of Bonnie attacking means that the fatalistic breathing belonged to her, and the sound of Freddy's music box while the power was still on suggests that only Chica was in an advantageous position to attack Phone Guy. A lot of fans have theorized that Chica may have actually been the suit into which Phone Guy was stuffed after his death, since a second set of teeth, that eerily resembles human teeth, can be seen inside of her mouth. However, I believe that it is more likely that the second set of teeth merely belongs to her endoskeleton, since Bonnie can also be seen with a similar second set of teeth. While I may not believe that Chica is the resting place of Phone Guy, I do believe that she was, in fact, his killer.